We are now talking to UCF tight end recruit Nathan Boerboom. What's going on, Nathan?
Not too much, man. How's it going on there?
Man, I'll tell you this, man. You have the awesome. You have an awesome last name. I mean, Boerboom. I mean, like instead of Boom Boom. I like Boom Boom. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's good.
The Boom Boom
I
Room.
mean, I've always liked Boerboom, man. Hey, it's one God gave me, so I mean, nothing I can change about it.
You should. Your nickname. You should have the Boom Boom Room. You know what I mean? If you become the tight end that everybody expects you to be, man, you can have that. You know how Darrell Revis at Revis Island? We can call you the Boom Boom Room if you want.
I like it,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I mean. A Nathan Boerboom. If you want to come to Nathan's house, you come to the Boom Boom Room. What do you think about that?
Man, I really do like that, man. I might have to copyright or something.
Well, you should, man. Put that in if you entering the Boom Boom Room. You see, look at all those wolves in the background, man. You should have the Boom Boom Room. You should have the Boom Boom Room right in the back. Anyways. Oh, as you guys know, we are talking to UCF tight end recruit Nathan Boerboom. Nathan, how are you and your family doing with this pandemic?
I mean, it's been pretty good here. I mean, we're pretty close to the naval base here, so Virginia closed down really, really quick, and schools haven't been open or anything. But I mean, we've been, staying safe, wearing the mask, doing what we can.
So you're obviously with UCF now, who's in the AAC, who's one of the rising conferences in college football. I mean, they've outplayed a lot of Power 5 conferences. Do you think they'll become eventually that Power 5 conference, at least in football, just getting the respect they deserve? Because they played a lot better than a lot of Pac-12 and Big 12 teams.
Yeah, I mean, everybody always says Power 5, Group of 5, all that crap. For me, it's who's the best. Like, I mean, you put the ball down. We beat an ACC team last week. I mean, not last week, 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry, but it's competition, man. It's football. That's why I love the game. It doesn't matter about the ACC, Big 12, whatever you want to call yourself. It matters about, are you going to win? You're going to lose.
Nathan, I'm looking at some of the schools that were recruiting you. One of them, Appalachian State, and we just interviewed an Appalachian State recruit, Cole Asick. What made you decide to go to UCF out of all these different schools? Buffalo, Charlotte, Buffalo, who what's his name again, came from? Khalil Mack came from. There are a lot of good schools on this list. What made you choose UCF out of all these different schools?
First of all, I really had to get down and pray about it, first of all, and just really ask God what the best decision would be for me. And I mean, the relationship that I've had with the UCF coaches have always been very upfront and always real. It's never been and felt like I've been getting recruited there. It's always just felt like, hey, I'm calling my coach to see what's up, to watch some film, to watch whatever, just to talk. It's just it. Being the son of a football coach, being around football my entire life, what's real and what's fake. So, I mean, I went with what was real.
So your head coach in Josh Huppel is a relatively new coach, his second year after Scott Frost left UCF for Nebraska after all those undefeated seasons. So what was your first impressions of him as a coach? What did you like most about his coaching style and personality?
For sure. I would definitely have to say that Hype's got the juice, man. Like, Hype is always strung up there. Hype's always trying to get guys going, getting guys motivated, getting guys to exceed, you know what I mean? Because he knows that everybody at UCF is going to be elite, but he wants them to be even more than elite. He wants them to be the greatest.
As you guys know, we are talking to UCF tight end recruit Nathan Boom Boom Boerboom, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Nathan, the tight end position has become a very important position, not only in the NFL and college football, because they're used as other wide receivers. They're bigger, they're stronger, and they're just as fast. Some of these guys are just as fast as some of the wide receivers in professional sports. When you play the position, what stands out to the position most? Blocking, catching the ball, moving into the slot, doing the things that a tight end is supposed to do. What stands out at that position for you?
I mean, I would say for me personally, like, I try my hardest to work on my blocking, to work on my H-back position, because I mean, being a receiver, being long, being able to catch the ball, doing all the things that has basketball has honestly taught you, and all the other things, but blocking, being physical at the point of attack, it's been instilled in me, but you just rep it and rep it and rep it until you become that dog, and nobody's ever going to mess with you in the hole.
So tight ends is another position that have a lot of different types of prototypes. You have faster receiving tight ends. You have guys that can block. You guys that do both, obviously. And again, the position has been a lot faster where they're running just as much as wide receivers. What do you consider yourself in terms of your skill set as a whole and your strengths playing the tight end position? What type do you think you are most?
I would consider myself a true triple threat. I would say I can do it all. Be on the line, right next to the tackle, put me in the slot, put me in the H-back position, let me do it all. I wouldn't say, I don't know if that's arrogant or not, but, I wouldn't say that I have weaknesses. There are things that I need to get better. There are things that could always be improved, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be out there for 4 downs and I'm going to kick your freaking butt, it's a dog mentality,
Be arrogant, man. It's good to be arrogant. Look at this guy. He looks like a werewolf. He's arrogant
now it's
too.
fitting with the wolves in the background.
It is. Those are your boys right there. That's your pack. He deserves the boom boom room. He doesn't need wolves. He needs the boom boom room. He needs something. What was that movie? What was that movie? What was that? Uncle Kyrie Irving. It's
Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew. Yep. He had the boom boom room when he goes into the van. That's what you need. You need the boom boom room.
Maybe it could be guarded by wolves.
I don't know about guarded by wolves. Guarded by you. How's that sound? Anyways, I wouldn't be scared of you. That's for sure. I sneaking into the boom boom room.
That's why he's got his wolves.
Yeah, well, there you go. Anyways, as you guys know, we are talking to UCF tight end recruit Nathan Boerboom. Now, Nathan, I look at some of the tight ends in the NFL right now, the Gronkowskis, who's washed up, but he was a great player. We've seen Tony Hernandez. There were so many good tight ends over the years, and even some of the tight ends now, like Herndon, and I wouldn't say he's good, but we've seen some of the tight ends, the Waller, Darren Waller, who was on Oakland. Is there a particular tight end in the league right now, or even in college football, that compares to your skills?
I would say, growing up watching so much NFL, I've really just focused on watching the tight end position and taking a little bit from everybody's game, taking a little bit from Gronk, taking a little bit from Ertz, taking a little bit from Kittle. They each do something so well. And personally, I would say Kittle does it all the best. You see that guy, you see how intense he gets, you see, just the way he goes around his game, he just does it like a technician, it's insane. Honestly, I don't even know how to describe it.
Well, you could describe it by taking a baseball bat and beating Speedy on the head with it. That's a good way.
Exactly.
He's got wolves. He doesn't need a baseball bat. He's got wolves to attack me.
Well, I'd use a baseball bat because you're a wolf. I don't want you biting me. Go ahead, Speedy.
So wolves will attack themselves. That's what'll end up happening.
Oh, shut up, you.
So Errol was talking about it from the skill perspective. How about from the financial perspective? We saw George Kittle get a big contract this offseason. Travis Kelce got a huge contract extension. Can you see it where the tight end position becomes so prominent where it gets paid probably not as much as wide receivers or obviously not pass rushers or positions like that, but maybe not far behind where it becomes that kind of priority position?
No, for sure. For so long, tight ends were basically disrespected and not put and given enough where we should have been. And the tight end is the most versatile position on the field. If you use it correctly, it is. And you should get paid for it, in my opinion.